large oil company had a life-threatening pipeline problem. An executive repeatedly sought money to fix it, but got nowhere. A consultant discovered that the funding request was buried at the end of a 2-page letter. The executive tried again, leading with the request, and got the money in 2 business days. When giving his approval, the CEO asked, "Why haven't I been notified of this problem before now?" Larry Stone understands communication and the written word. He spent 30 years as a corporate communicator and journalist and is ready to share that lifetime of knowledge with your organization.
70% of small to mid-sized businesses consider ineffective communication their primary problem. A business with 100 people incurs average downtime of 17 hours a week clarifying communications. I want to talk about 7 basics of good writing. Assume no one cares. Get right to the point, focus on benefits. Write simply, real words, no jargon. Be specific, be concise, and make it lively through use of language. I hate to break it to you, but people just don't want to read what you write. Your audience is this guy, busy, overworked, bored. Writing simply, I think some people think it's dumbing it down. It's not. It's writing so that busy and distracted people can understand you. Here's how somebody actually described his job. To ensure proper process deployment activities take place to support process institutionalization and sustainment. Business process management is the core deliverable of my role, which requires that I identify process competency gaps and fill those gaps. Translated, I'm the training director. Buzzwords. Frankly, they're the refuge of people who, lacking actual knowledge and understanding, get by stringing together cliches, trying to sound smart. And it works to a point, but it really doesn't. Ultimately, the emperor, you find out, has no clothes, and their real effect is precisely the opposite. This is a typical first draft lead for a news release. Acme Systems has received a $370 million Army contract for handheld laser target locators, whatever they are. Here's what we did with it. U.S. soldiers will be able to identify target locations at night and in low visibility conditions, such as fog and smoke, using a new handheld instrument developed by Acme Systems. So that is, we're doing this for the good of our men and women in uniform. We're not just a bunch of money-grubbing mercenaries. Before you write even one word, what you need to think is, what do I want the audience, the reader, to do after having read this? So if you start your messaging with the end in mind, you can more easily focus on what it is you're saying, and then you lead with the punchline.
Contact Larry about developing a fast-paced, interactive, entertaining seminar for your organization's next event.